What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Fatback Fridays. Last week's Return to Ravnica Fatpack it's going to be really hard to beat. But continuing on, we have Gatecrash. Before I get to this, I want to let you guys know I've been working real hard on a series called Wanderlust. There's 3 total episodes of it, and they're all in a playlist. In fact, I uploaded one yesterday. And I would really appreciate if you guys checked it out. If it's not your thing, that's cool. But I'm really proud of them, and it'd be awesome if you checked them out. So anyway, I'll get right to it here. So Gatecrash, of course, is the second set in the Return to Ravnica block, and it came out in February of 2013. The design team was led by Mark Rosewater, Mark Gottlieb, Joe Huber, Dave Humphreys, and Ethan Fleischer. It featured 249 total cards, 53 of them being rare, about 100 commons and 50 uncommons. Some of the stuff that we know about this block is that it was heavily guild-based. So Gatecrash brought upon Boros, Dimir, Gruul, Orzhov, and Simic. The leaders were Foundry Champion in Boros, Consuming Aberration in Dimir, Rubble Hulk in Gruul, Treasury Thrall in Orzhov, and Fathom Mage in Simic. These were the pre-release cards. So I was definitely around for the Gatecrash pre-release. In fact, it was one of the first ones that I vlogged. If I remember right, I went Selesnya or Boros. I can't remember. I might actually have to go back and check that video. I can't remember if you could take Selesnya or not. But I still am always... This is where I really fell in love with Orzhov. Probably the second to Orzhov would be Dimir for me. I love drafting them. I loved everything about them. Orzhov is definitely my jam. Simic, but we don't really talk about them. Some of the cycles that we saw in the set were Primordials. These things were largely just good for draft. Maybe see some EDH deck. Denizens, like the red was Foundry Street Denizen that sees some playing some mono red decks, I believe. And then there's land auras like Debtor's Pulpit, Sky Games, Contaminated Ground, Tin Street Market, and Verdant Haven. Also featured a ton of reprints, by the way. Things like Act of Treason, Assault Griffin, Cinder Elemental, Contaminated Ground, Prophetic Prism, Smite. So lots of stuff. But anyway, let's get right into the Fat Pack. Just probably 2 or 3 minutes into the video, we'll get right into it. Definitely had this one sitting around for a while. Same as any modern day Fat Pack you would get, 9 booster packs, the player's guide, a nice little box, and a nice little poster. So let's get at it here. Fight for your guild. Tensions build on the city world of Ravnica, where each guild plies its own agenda to outsmart and outmaneuver the others. Uncover the remaining 5 guilds with the Gatecrash set so that your guild can be the first to unravel Ravnica's deep-rooted secrets. I feel like the older these are, the tighter they get, and they're hard to get the shrink wrap off them. So how many of you started the game during Gatecrash? I bet a few. This is kind of the time Magic started exploding. Return to Ravnica was a huge set. Nothing had been opened at that level before. Here's the Fat Pack poster. And we have our guide. We have the Orzhov Syndicate, House Dimir, Gruul Clans, Boros Legion, and Simic Combine. We have a little bit about each guild. Good old Gruul. Boros was so good in draft, too. You had Gideon Jura and Domri Raid, both really good planeswalkers. This brings back some memories. Their top 10 coolest cards. Things like Obsidat, which saw a lot of play. Domri Raid as well. Soul and Identity, not so much, but was a fun card to play. Experiment 1. Gideon, Champion of Justice. Gore Clan Rampager was a very, very difficult card to beat. It was great and sealed. Aurelia's Fury. Dimir Charm, Sunhome Guildmage, and Merciless Eviction. Many of these cards did see some standard play. So I would say at least half of them, maybe more. I mean, there's Boros Reckoner. Everyone, this is right around the time that Devotion decks started to be a thing. So Boros Reckoner was heavily... Oh, yeah, I love this die. So glad I got a blue one. The Gatecrash symbol. Sweet! Each one of these sets from Return to Ravnica block are all pretty nostalgic for me because this is when I came back to the game, hopefully for good. I have not left or even taken really much of a break ever since RTR. Another box. All right. Let's just get right into the travel down the pack memory lane. Oh, Slaughterhorn, I remember that. Very good Blood Rush card. Basilica Screecher, Pit Fight. Oh, yeah. Now I want to draft this so bad. Keymaster Rogue. Very good in Dimir decks. Gift of Orzhova was super strong. Fire Fist Striker. Incursion Specialist. And as the before mentioned Primordials, here we have a Sepulchral Primordial. 5/4 for 7 with Intimidate. When it enters the battlefield for each opponent, you may put up to one target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So this will probably be pretty fun in EDH. Multiplayer games, in general, I should just say. Devour Flesh. Rust Scarab. Dying Wish. Classic. Look at that art. Urbis Protector. Liked this a lot. And Aurelia Warleader, our first mythic. And she is every bit of mythic. 6 mana for a 3/4 Flying, Vigilance, and Haste. Whenever she attacks, for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Super powerful card. Does anybody use her as a commander? Seems like she might be kind of good, but she is expensive. Frenzied Tilling. Bane Alley Broker. Row. I don't know how to make that noise. You know what I mean. Knight of Obligation was one of the best extort creatures you could get, because it's just a house at a 2/4 Vigilant, and just extort triggering all over the place. Fathom Mage. The Simic Mage. 2 and a blue and a green for a 1/1 with Evolve. But whenever a 1/1 counter is placed on Fathom Mage, you may draw a card. So she's pretty good. We hit a foil mythic. These RTR Fat Packs have been pretty hilarious. We have a foil Dusk Mantle Seer. 4 mana for a 4/4 flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player reveals the top card of his or her library, loses like equal to that card's converted mana cost, then puts it into his or her hand. No big deal. 4 packs, 2 mythics. Seems about right. Executioner's Swing. Righteous Charge. Burning True Emissary. That saw some standard play. Crowned Ceratok. And Gruul Rage Beast. 7 mana, 6/6. When it or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature fights target creature an opponent controls. So in draft, you can imagine casting that was brutal. Basically a 6/6 for 7 plus a removal spell in most cases. It's a very high value card. Viscopa Confessor. Pretty strong. Oh, shoot. Mental Vapors. Hold the Gates. And a Sacred Foundry. Whew! Shockland. 2 Mythics. One of them foil. And we still have 4 packs to go. Value. Now, of course, we could just poop the bed on these last 4 packs, but overall, I'd say this fat pack is a win. For about a $30 price point. I think we got there. Well, no, actually, I don't think that foil mythic's worth that much. Nimbus Swimmer, Thrall Parasite, Killing Glare, very strong. And a Godless Shrine! Back-to-back Shocklands. What is even happening? This fat pack is strong. Could you imagine opening this at the time? 3 packs to go. Call of the Nightwing. I liked this card. Illness in the Ranks. Hold the Gates. Ogre Slumlord. 3/3 for 5. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may put a 1/1 black rat creature token on the battlefield. Rats you control have Death Touch. So great with Pack Rat in draft format. Never really was in a Pack Rat deck. I mean, Mono Black Devotion played Pack Rat, but I don't know. Maybe it's something else? Arrows of Justice, a fine removal spell. Cartel Aristocrat, good card. Cinder Elemental. And Unexpected Results. This is an interesting card. 2 and a blue and a green. Shuffle your library. Then reveal the top card. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it without paying the mana cost. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield and return unexpected results to its owner's hand. So, you know, shenanigans are a thing. All right, this is our last pack. I want to let you guys know that this Fat Pack series is graciously supported by those of you who back at patreon.com/MTG headquarters. The link is in the description below. If you want to help support, everything from $1 up helps. And I do giveaways for patrons and all sorts of fun stuff to get you guys extra value too. All this stuff I get to review and open, I give back to you guys. So maybe here in December you'll consider supporting. If not, you're still awesome. This has still been a great Fat Pack, and I'm really enjoying this journey. I hope you are. This playlist, remember, every Fat Pack ever is getting opened, okay? The playlist is huge now. It's got to be like 30 deep at least. I should probably check that out. Now let's just finish with a Domri raid and be done with this, huh? No, I actually rather have another Shockland. Rust Scarab. Rapid Hybridization. Smog Elemental. 5 Alarm Fire. Okay, fine. 3 mana. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, put a Blaze counter on it. Remove 5 Blaze counters from 5 Alarm Fire. Deals 5 damage to target creature or player. I mean, you could play this in draft or maybe some other formats, but it wasn't exactly the rare you wanted to open, if I remember correctly. So overall, very strong Fat Pack, featuring 2 Shocklands, 2 Mythics, one of them foil. I think pretty happy with the results from this Gatecrash Fat Pack. I hope you guys are enjoying the Fat Packs through history. Remember, check the playlist for tons of other ones you may have missed. We'll talk to you again real soon. What's up, and thanks for watching this video. I produce all different kinds of content, so if you haven't yet, click on my face to subscribe. If you want to watch more videos, I've got some sweet playlists, including this one, where I open up every Fat Pack ever created. I've also got this one over here where I open just about anything vintage and old and expensive. for your enjoyment. And all this is made possible by the awesome backers at our Patreon, which is linked in the description of every video. Hop on over there, check it out, see if it's something you might want to consider. If not, sit back, enjoy, and I'll still love you.